What's up, guys? Kyle here with No Tie Required. All right, this is going to be a fun video, guys. This is, you know what, we're going to be putting on our speculation hats a little bit. We're going to be putting on our conspiracy hats a little bit and just having a little bit of fun and trying to decide or figure out, I guess I would say, how many Vechain coins would you ultimately need to become a millionaire? And we're going to play around with some prices. We're going to throw out some different things like that just to see what sticks. We're going to see, you know, what it would take, and we're going to have fun with it, okay? Before we do that, though, guys, make sure to smash that like button. If you like cryptocurrency, if you like what we do on this channel, smash up that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications. As soon as we hit 2,500 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. So please subscribe to the channel so you can automatically be entered to win that giveaway potentially, okay? So with that being said, let's jump in. Let's talk Vechain real quick. We're going to cover what it is, and then we're going to start playing around with some prices and have some fun, okay? So Vechain, for anybody that doesn't know, actually we'll dive into that in just a second, but first let's just look at the numbers here, okay? So we're on CoinGecko right now. Take a look at these numbers. I mean, you know, really just the last 30 days, up 126% almost. Over the last year, almost 3,500%. Absolutely insane, absolutely incredible, whatever you want to call it. Let's look at the all-time chart right here. I mean, guys, imagine being somebody that got into this thing at less than half a penny. Okay, I've been in Vechain for a long time, not quite that long. I wish that I would have been, but unfortunately, hey, you know what? You don't get all of them at the very bottom. But I'm very, very happy still with what this has been returning for me. So I've got no complaints here, and I don't plan on selling this thing anytime soon because I think it's going a heck of a lot higher than it is right now. But again, just imagine, you know, you would already have some serious gains had you bought in way down there. I mean, absolutely incredible, and for good reason. This is a great project. Let's dive in real quick, and guys, if you want a full deep dive into what Vechain is, check out our other videos that are about Vechain. This is going to be more of a fun one, not quite as much of a deep dive, but this is for anybody that, you know, is brand new, doesn't know what this project is. We're going to cover it real quick, okay? So basically, it is a supply chain management or logistics solution, okay, based around blockchain technology. Excuse me, guys, sorry. It's for companies with complex logistics, inventory, and warehousing needs, okay? So all I'll say is, if nothing else has become apparent in the last year or so, the one glaring thing that has become very apparent is we need a better supply chain and logistics solution globally, okay? Not just in one country or the next country. It's globally. We need a better solution for everything. Vechain promises to be able to maybe potentially be that solution. And what I can say is, guys, they are so far out ahead of any potential competitors that they have. It's not even close. They are head and shoulders above, probably even more than that. They're a full body length ahead of anybody else in that space. And to me, this is one of my favorite projects, one of my absolute most bullish projects out there. Absolutely love what they do. And with that being said, let's speculate a little bit. Let's have a little bit of fun and see ultimately what would it take to become a millionaire with Vechain, okay? So first and foremost, what I want to do is remind everybody, guys, this is not professional financial advice. This is simply us just messing around, having a little bit of fun, and throwing some numbers out there and seeing what it would be. Sometimes it's fun just to think about that type of stuff, right? So anyway, as you can see, it's just below 14 cents right now. For the sake of this right here, guys, throw this number out the window. Obviously, that is the price of it. That's the real price of it. But for the sake of this video, throw that number out, and let's just assume that the price is 10 cents. Why are we doing this? Well, we're going to do it because it makes the math much simpler for everybody to understand and visualize, okay? So 10 cents is a very round number, very easy to be able to work around, okay? So that's why we're doing that. Obviously, do your own figures based on the current market price, okay? So let's just speculate and say that let's say that the market is in a bearish scenario. Vechain only gets to 50 cents, okay? So it's currently at 10 cents, we're going to say, and let's just say that Vechain only ends up getting to 50 cents, okay? At that point, if you were going to sell out all of your Vechain and make $1 million, if it's only trading for 50 cents, you would need to hold 2 million Vechain, because at 50 cents a piece, you would need 2 million of them to make $1 million. If that were the case and you needed to buy 2 million Vechain coins at 10 cents a piece, you're going to need to invest basically 200 grand in order to be able to do that. Now, here's the thing, guys. The majority of people out there, we don't have 200 grand just laying around, you know, in our sock drawer or something like that. Like, it just doesn't happen. Now, Hey, if you're making it big in crypto or you make it big during this bull run, it might be a different story, a few months from now. But as of right now, not a lot of people have that, okay? So that's going to be very, very difficult. If you do have it and you were able to 5 times your money on it, hey, good for you. That's great. However, I think that's probably the most bearish scenario of Vechain only getting to 50 cents, okay? Let's assume that Vechain climbs all the way to $1, which I think is much more likely. At that point, you would need to hold 1 million Vechain. Okay, you would need 1 million of them at $1 a piece to be able to sell out and make $1 million. Now, if you were buying them at 10 cents, your entry point was, again, remember that 10-cent price point, you would need to basically invest 100 grand into that to be able to purchase 1 million Vechain. Okay, so again, you're going to take 100,000 and flip it into 1 million. Not a bad investment, but again, the majority of your people out there don't have 100 grand just laying around, okay? So now let's start having a little bit of fun, okay? Let's just say, and this is all still right now based around this bull market. Let's just say that it lands at $2, which I think, again, is more realistic than 50 cents. I think between $1 and $2 is kind of the sweet spot for this bull run, personally. Not professional advice, just that's my personal opinion. Let's just mess around and say that it hits $2, okay? That would basically mean we would need to hold 500,000 Vechain to sell them at $2 a piece and make $1 million, which would end up meaning that if this was at 10 cents and we were buying it, that would mean that we would need to invest 50K into Vechain to turn that into $1 million. Looking a little bit better at this point. Still a very high price tag right there in terms of your initial investment, but it's looking a little bit better for everybody, okay? So this is where things start to get really, really interesting, okay? And probably unrealistic for this bull run. So this is probably something that would be more geared towards the next bull run if you're willing to wait that long and willing to hold. Or, hey, you could always sell it at the top of this bull run and then buy back in when it tanks down. If it historically follows what happens in crypto, that could potentially happen, and there's a very high likelihood that it would. Again, if it follows historical trends. But let's just say Vechain climbs all the way to $5. Doesn't matter if it's this bull run or the next bull run. That would basically mean you only need 200,000 Vechain, okay? And if you were buying them right now at that 10-cent price that we put out there, okay, you would need to invest 20K into it. Much more reasonable, much more achievable for a lot of people, okay? So now it starts looking a little bit better. You buy $20,000 worth of it, and if that sucker gets to $5, there you go. You're a millionaire. And then one last thing I want to talk about is, what if Vechain got to $10? Absolutely went berserk. Like I said, this is probably most likely in the distant future, at least during the next bull run. Because at that point, I mean, Bitcoin itself is going to be worth multiple trillions of dollars in market cap. Ethereum's going to be right up there. I mean, all the big names are going to be up there. Let's say that Vechain gets to a $10 price point. Okay, at that point you would only need 100,000 Vechain, and if you bought those at 10 cents a piece right now, it's going to cost you about 10 grand. So you could turn 10 grand into $1 million. Okay, pretty cool stuff. I mean, guys, these are always fun things to speculate about and talk about, and kind of just mess around with some numbers and figure out, hey, where is this going to go? Where am I predicting it's going to go? Excuse me, what's a good entry point, what's a good exit point, and also ultimately how much would it take to be able to achieve this, okay? So guys, that's all I've got for this video right here. I love doing these type of what if scenarios and stuff like that. So if you guys enjoy this video, if you like this type of the style of video, let us know in the comments below. We would love to make more of these. I love doing these what if scenarios, so definitely let us know in the comments below. That being said, guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you in the next one.